All right, let's go ahead. Now let's create a layer. I want to see just an effect on what we might be getting with some of our noise. So let's go for the surface. I'm going to delete this. I just want to get an idea of how it's looking. Oh, that's right. I can't connect to where I want to be able to, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn this scale very, very large. As you can see, we can actually do it bigger, but something like that might come in handy. The strength is a bit much. We're going to go ahead and crank that down. I'm just going to click OK. Well, there you go. Looks pretty stone blocky. Pretty stone blocky. All right, that's good. That's good. We're good with that. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because we're not there yet. I don't want to look at having that right there. I do want to go ahead and do some more chiseling. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click. Let's go ahead and go for the flatten. And I'm going to make sure that we're really cranked up on the flatten. Okay. I want to really crank on this one edge there, so we're not looking like, hey, I'm a box. I'm also kind of etching into the sides a little bit, as you can see. I go slightly off. If you can see, I'm just jiggy-jagging a little. I don't do straight lines. I'm constantly edging off a little bit. All right. Yeah. And I'm going to scale this up a little bit. We're going to eat into that one side and scale it back down. Again, that was using my brackets key. I just bracketed it up and then scaled it down. All right, let's take a look. We'll do up here. Gouge in there. Some areas you want to gouge harder than others. All right. I don't think I want any points whatsoever on this particular one. But it's also going to help when we look to put these one on top of the other. It's going to make them look really good. We can put them really close together, but we'll always get a little bit of an edge going regardless. So I think that's going to come in handy. All right. Nice. Again, I just try to like work a little bit in. I'm always doing a bit of a ziggy-zaggy when I'm doing it. And let's add in a little bit there. A real indent there. Okay, I think we got... I want to keep a couple of sharp little points right there because sometimes stonework actually does that. I'm going to eat in right in there. There we go. Let's do a little more eating in over here too. So it looks like what you might expect stone to look like. Again, trust me, I'd make a lousy stone sculptor. I chiseled out some areas and it was like, well, it was a little slow and I hit a little hard and I actually chipped out a whole section just like that. And they're like, oh, no, it's okay. This happens. And I was like, okay. No, gives it character. Okay, great. Well, my stone had a lot of character. I'll tell you that when I was done with it. All right. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and make sure that we've gotten all of our sections in. Etch it right in there. go. All right, let's go ahead and turn this off really quickly. I'm just going to do really quickly. I just want to see how this is working. I'm going to duplicate it, W for our action line. I'm just going to pull this up. And actually I'm going to grab here and I'm going to actually, oops, make sure you hit R for rotate. By the way, if I grab the inner ring and hold down my shift, I can actually snap it, as you can see. All right. Cool. Oh, let's get out of perspective. That might help too. And I'm going to go ahead and snap one more over. And in fact, just for sheer fun's sake, I'm going to go ahead and rotate this completely around. And then I'm going to, of course, have to move it and line it back. Oops. Make sure when our W move. All right. And then might need to pull it up just a tad. Just a skosh. Oops. And we're off just a bit. That's fine. I'm just going to move it right back in. Actually, when we do the brick, it'll actually be more like, you know, something like this and then another brick over here. Just for now, I think this works. Let's go ahead and do a quick P for perspective and do a quick BPR. Yes, you see, that's the sort of, that's what I want right there. I want to make sure that this brick, that these bricks, the stone blocks in every way, shape, and form is not going to line up, and yet we'll have that little crack built in, so it'll look really, really good, no matter which way the model works. All right. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. That's what we're going for, people. Again, this is working smart, not working hard. I'm going to go ahead and delete that top one. Oops, I hit duplicate. Just make sure you delete and delete. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and save this up because we're at a good point. Good. All right. Make sure you save up too. You don't want to lose anything. All right. Now the fun thing with the layers, by the way, the same way we can delete layers, etc. Remember, we can duplicate the layers too. So if I duplicate this, check that out. It emphasizes that a whole lot more. So I might end up having a couple of bricks that might do this. That might have a whole lot more degraded edges to it. That actually might be pretty cool. So that'll be something I'm going to keep in mind. I'm going to delete that out. But for now, yeah, but you could see that would be really interesting. We do want to look at adding in some cracks. I want to do at least one face that will have some cracks. Later on, we could look to actually cut a brick and then separate the piece out like we did before with the Dynamesh, when we had one subtool but it had literally 3 different pieces within that subtool. That was all done with the Dynamesh. And we want to make sure we do something like that for this as well when it comes time for it, because otherwise, especially for what we're going to have bursting out of the mausoleum, we're going to want a couple of these things broken, or at least pieces chipping off and flying out. So we do want to make sure we vary it enough that we're going to have some good choices, and hopefully a good result and a good model. It'll look pretty nice when we're done. But the sheer fact that I was able to take this one brick, duplicate it, flip the different sides, etc., and we're getting different looks all the way around, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted to be able to do. Again, working smart, not hard. Make sure you save your file, and we'll continue.